Welcome to the Break Retest channel, and today I'm going to show you two trades that you could have made when trading classic price action. And this is really not rocket science at all. It's nothing difficult. It's a very simple setup. On top of that, I'm on the EUR USD currency pair, which is simply the most common, most traded currency pair. That means when I look at this chart here, I'm doing regular intraday trading on the H4 time frame, where I can see that we've had a corrective move, an impulsive move, a corrective move, an impulsive move. And finally here I have an RHR formation, right? That's a shoulder. Here I have the head, and here I have the shoulder, right? Even with one extra shoulder, it can still be an RHR formation. How can this be an RHR formation? You know this from our school. That means here, if you go to break, retest, and go to the school, and if you go to the school, there are patterns here, and here is how this formation is traded. So it's explained here exactly. The market structure, what kind of formations that we need an impulsive breakout. And here, this retest is the point of our interest, and that's where we trade it down, right? Here, it's exactly mirrored, and everything is described here just as it is traded. So let's go ahead and trade it. That means first we need to draw the neckline, which is the lowest point we have in the market. Here we have the RHR, and it's been broken through impulsively, beautifully impulsively. Now it depends on how we set up the trade. That means I want to trade short here. I want to place my stop loss above the breakout candle, and my money management is 2-to-1, as you already know. Right? So I put the stop loss above the breakout candle and set it at 2-to-1. Now I want to make sure this isn't a false break, so I don't want to trade right now. I need to wait for a few candles to see if it does a pullback, so that it's not just an immediate return back. Otherwise, it would be a false break, which you'll also find covered in the course. And that's traded a bit differently, mainly in the opposite direction. So we need a few more candles so that the trade takes a few more hours before it triggers our pending order. Therefore, I don't place it right away, but I wait for 1 or 2 candles like this, just to make sure it's not an immediate reversal. You know, as soon as I see a tendency that it might be a false break, meaning an immediate return back into the previous structure, I would delete this setup right away. All right, I wouldn't leave it there. And let's see what the market brings us. Right now, you can see that it's not an immediate return, but rather it's forming a pullback. So now the price has picked us up nicely, and it should go, oh, that jumped nicely, but that's still nothing yet. Now it dropped beautifully down. That means we took 2R from the market. This setup here is clear, straightforward. There's really no issue here. When we have a setup and we're already out of the trade and it's forming a lower low, here we have one low, and here we created a second lower low. We can repeat the setup. That means I would set it up exactly the same way. So again, I would place a pending order, set the stop loss at the same value, and the take profit at the planned 2R. That means I will set it up like this here. And let's see whether we get stopped out or hit take profit. The price moved a bit lower. Now it's coming back up. Actually, to our retest. Now the price picked us up nicely. And now it also kicked us out, right? It kicked us out at take profit. The standard movement of the RHR formation is 1-to-1. That means if I were planning where the take profit would reach, I would first measure the formation and find out that the formation is roughly 300 pips. So that means it should go down at least 300 pips here, right? So the potential of this trade, of this downward move, is up to here. That means if we plan the take profit for halfway through that, or even less than halfway through that range, then I think that's more than enough, right? So here, if your take profit hasn't been triggered yet and it's just a bit further, I don't think that's a problem because the potential is all the way down here, down to these lower levels. I think the price will stop somewhere around here, or at least pause around this swing, right? So here you have a setup for how to get from a simple strategy, right? It's written in the course. It's basically a break and retest. It's another retest. And we're able to get 4R on the take profit from the most traded currency pair, the euro dollar. All right, take care.